Chapter 3S. Main city Aristolas, the first stronghold the players visit, is in turmoil. Approximately 350,000 people were trapped in this game. And about 90% of them were in the city. People were crying, breaking down, giving up, and yelling. Some even turned violent, and none of them had the time to ponder the connection between the ominous sky and the flying dragon. "Everyone, please calm down." The voice of a young man echoed through the plaza. Some of the people who had been looking for a glimmer of hope in the midst of despair stopped moving and looked up at him. Several knights in rugged, dull-colored armor were ascending the platform. Standing in the center of them was a brown-haired young man, later to be known as one who became the master of the largest guilds in this world. His name is Wataru. The main mobs in this area are demi-rats. They have a habit of hunting their prey in groups. The rare mobs are demi-wolves, and they will attack without making a sound. Please do not go out of the gates without a plan. The young man's voice trembled with determination as he continued to face the various stares of anxiety, nervousness, and hatred. The unit of currency is gold, and the first bonus gold you will be given is 1,000 gold, and a night at the inn costs 50 gold. The general store sells food. Weapon stores also sell tools to defend yourself. And most cities, towns, and villages are gated and guarded to keep enemies out. Several of the players, without prior knowledge, stopped moving and listened to his speech. Despite the shouts and curses from those who did not understand his intentions, he continued. "We don't know much about this world. And ignorance would only shorten our lifespan. Even if we can't leave right away, even if we can't return, staying within the city will at least guarantee your lives." People started to listen. They realized that the pain they felt when they fell or screamed was real. There is no longer anyone here believing that emails from management are some kind of bad joke. Even those who previously chose to use violence cried and sobbed while listening to Wataru's speech. Some hugged their friends and encouraged each other. "We were beta testers, and we can provide a week's worth of lodging and food for everyone here in a small way. We have the ability to deter those who are rioting. We will lend our strength. Those who are ready can join us in hunting mobs in the area and gain the strength to earn money on their own. You can get the strength you need to survive." Many people found hope in Wataru. He is not exactly a savior who would free them from this world, but at least he is a reassurance that they need to support their hearts and minds for the time being. Wataru took a deep breath before closing his speech. "We are from Manchu Guild. We will teach you everything we know about the system, common sense, and how to live in this world. We only ask one thing in return: please don't give in to despair." Manchu, crest. Everyone did not have time to applaud, but his courageous speech reached the hearts of many people. The elderly, who were unfamiliar with game terms, could not understand even a fraction of what the young man with a 2-decade age difference was saying, yet his strong and calm words had touched their hearts. The plaza's tens of thousands of players regained their composure. Wataru's intent spread like a ripple, and the chaos was suppressed rapidly. Sudaro woke up again and found himself tucked into a clean bed. A pure white, soft to the touch cloth. It smelled somewhat sweet, like a flower. This? Sudaro woke up and saw a large, dark room where people with burnt skin, skeletons in rags, beautiful women with pale faces, and people covered in bandages wandered around. Swords, armor, staff, and clothes with something dusky black attached to them were displayed in the room's corners, thus creating a horrifying scenery. Even Sudaro, who likes spiritual and scary things, could not help but let out a voice causing the monsters lurking in the room put their stare at Sudaro. And as a matter of course, above their heads floated the word mob. "Behave." A familiar voice echoed in the room, and the roaming monsters lined up in the corner of the room, bowing down on one knee, as if honoring a presence of a king. A white-haired girl emerged from the back of the monster. Sudaro was about to speak to her out of relief, but he bit his tongue and swallowed hard, because the girl was carrying a massive axe. Zugen. The huge axe pierced through Sudaro's body as he gathered his courage. The bed was wrecked, feathers flew, and the power of the axe did not diminish even after the wall behind it was destroyed. And Sudaro watched the axe fly into the dark sky like a comet while lying on his back. Sudaro did not understand what had just happened. Physical attacks are also nullified, then maybe Elid's hypothesis is the correct one. Sudaro feared death as the white-haired girl approached him, while muttering to herself, and he panically escaped using the hole in the wall. "Oh. The building is high." The sound of the rubble of the recently destroyed wall crashing to the ground is roaring right now, and you don't have to look to see how tall the building is. It appeared to be a massive castle built on a large floating island. The island stopped with a cliff, where the darkness continued. A closed gate sat at the end of the staircase like small floating island. After a moment of levitation, Sudaro's eyes met the girl's because someone grabbed him by the collar of his clothes and pulled him back into the room. Dullahan. Please take that gentleman to the room of the first rank. Lifted up by the headless knight, Sudaro surrendered himself to the girl without any resistance. Translator note: like it, subscribe so you won't miss new release.